Hello, River City Reactor here. I'm excited. Got a new one from Samson. After a few months of not dropping anything, he dropped a couple in quick succession here. The last one did say to be continued at the end, so this must be that continuation. Sincerely a Taxpayer, it's called. I can't wait. Beautiful scenery here in his garage, wherever this is. Different than the outside normally is. Anyway, go support Samson, like and subscribe over to his page. If you like it here, go ahead and do the same here. I'd appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. Sincerely a Taxpayer. Like I said, I'm excited.
I'm hurting. I can feel my money draining. They take everything I make and you wonder why I'm complaining. I break my neck to make this money, then they just come and take it from me. My wages ain't that great in the first place.
Yep, he's going right in. Wages aren't that great, and the government's going to tax a lot of it. That's the way a lot of us feel.
I break my neck to make this money, then they just come and take it from me. My wages ain't that great in the first place. I should be paying you nothing, but they keep on coming and they keep on taking. These motherfuckers go ham on me every time I bring them the bacon.
They go ham on me every time I bring home the bacon. That's a fun line there.
And they keep on taking. These motherfuckers go ham on me every time I bring them the bacon. And I wonder what it's for. Ukraine, great funding a war. Have we spent enough yet? Should I guess not? Look, here they come for some more. Fuck me, I'm sore.
Yep. All the money going over to Ukraine for no reason at all. Just sit over there and let them do whatever they want with it. No accountability. Most people don't know what it's going over for. Supposedly weapons to help them, but I've heard only a small percentage actually goes to where it should be. I think those of us that in the know assume it's probably just a cover-up to hide all the Biden situation that's going on, how knee-deep the Biden family is and all the Ukraine nonsense. Anyway, back to what Samson has to say about taxpayer.
Sucks being poor. You had the same job for the last 6 years, wasn't struggling before. Back when Trump was in office, fuck all the junk that they called him. I never saw any of the shit that people always said he was in the comments. All of it was not.
I agree. Agree 100%, Samson.
Fuck all the junk that they called him. I never saw any of the shit that people always said he was in the comments. All of it was nonsense. I ain't even trying to ride him either. I'm just saying you gotta admit this shit was fine when he was the leader. It was fine when he was in charge. I never saw bills as high as they are. I never got chills just literally thinking about filling up my car.
Never got chills just thinking about filling up my car. That's for sure. Because I know gas was under $2 then, and it's almost at $4 right now here.
Even trying to ride him either. I'm just saying you gotta admit this shit was fine when he was the leader. It was fine when he was in charge. I never saw bills as high as they are. I never got chills just literally thinking about filling up my car. It shouldn't be that way. I don't care about Russia or Ukraine, but I do care about my own country. Is that insane?
That's the way I feel. Yes, it's horrible what's going on in Ukraine. Russia should have never invaded. We all know that. But we need to take care of our country. All the crap on the border and the drugs coming in and people flooding the border from the south and all the children that are in trouble from all the cartels and everything. It's just awful. And that's just the border situation. That's not even talking about all the other problems we have.
I care a lot about all the tons of money that we're paying because it's mine, not yours, and I'm the one that feels the pain. I get taxed on my fucking ass for every dime I make. It'd be fine if they would spend my money wisely, but no way. It'd be great if they would take it and pay for important shit that benefited you and me and not just wage wars with it. And where the
Yep. It's fine if they use it for good stuff, but not just to wage wars with it. Wow. You tell him, Samson. I'm behind you 100%.
Take it and pay for important shit that benefited you and me and not just wage wars with it. And where the fuck are all the liberals? I thought you stood against this shit. I thought the war machine was your enemy. Now
I agree. I've wondered that too, and I've heard other people talk about that too. Somehow now the liberals are the warmongers that want to keep us in this war that we shouldn't be in when they used to be the peacekeepers that didn't want war ever for any reason. What happened? Where'd the flip happen at?
Take it and pay for important shit that benefited you and me, and not just wage wars with it. And where the fuck are all the liberals? I thought you stood against this shit. I thought the war machine was your enemy. Now you're friends with it? Now you wanna go to war? Now you wanna fight? Now you wanna pick sides in a feud where everyone is white? Now you wanna get involved and go and blow a person up? I'm just saying, I'm surprised this altercation ain't diverse enough. No one deserves this stuff. I just don't.
Interesting. That's why this altercation isn't diverse enough. Interesting thought, Samson, because it's basically white people fighting other white people in Russia and Ukraine there. And that's not very diverse. How is the left supposed to pick a side in that kind of a fight?
Up, I'm just saying, I'm surprised this altercation ain't diverse enough. No one deserves this stuff. I just don't believe the tears you weep. Countries where brown people get bombed every day. I don't hear a peep, you fucking hypocrites. Thought the race thing was your shtick. I thought as long as white people were involved, you don't give a shit. Those are your words, not mine. I'm just wondering why. Why do we have endless money for them and none for Hawaii? Why is it?
Wow. Wow, Samson. Why do we have endless money for Ukraine and none for Hawaii? Of course, I said the same thing before in previous reactions I've done. Giving Hawaii citizens a whole $700 to rebuild their entire lives and bury their deceased family members. But Ukraine, we just dump billions over there. Just have billions. We don't care. Do whatever you want with it. We need to protect our people first. The Americans, the Hawaiians, anybody in any of our 50 states, they should come first before a dime goes overseas to some stupid garbage that's none of our business.
I thought as long as white people were involved, you don't give a shit. Those are your words, not mine. I'm just wondering why. Why do we have endless money for them and none for Hawaii? Why is it every time Zelensky needs a loan from someone, we're the only ones that give it to him like we owe him something? We got issues of our own here at home that no one's discussing. And
yep, whenever Zelensky wants money, we just give it to him like we owe him something. And I do believe Joe Biden does owe him something, and that's why it's happening. Biden keeps paying him, and he keeps pretending like all the corruption that he and Hunter are involved in over there didn't happen. That's exactly what I think it is. It's sad, but
give it to them like we owe them something. We got issues of our own here at home that no one's discussing, and they keep growing cause no one in power is gonna do nothing. We're stuck. How the fuck we gonna help somebody else when we can't even reach inside our own pockets to help ourselves? We could allocate that money to our own people in different ways, to clothe and feed and bathe and let them know it'll be okay. We could definitely do that. Don't tell me it's not that simple. People overcomplicate this and make it some fucking riddle like can't just feed everyone. Are you insane? You know how much that costs? Way less than we've sent to Ukraine.
definitely, absolutely 100% correct. With those billions of dollars we're sending over there, we could have easily fed the hungry people in our own country. 100% true, Samson. You tell them.
Tell me it's not that simple. People overcomplicate this and make it some fucking riddle like can't just feed everyone. Are you insane? You know how much that costs? Way less than we've sent to Ukraine. I know that for sure. You don't have to be a mathematician or a foreign relations expert to figure out that division. You don't have to draw a graph to see it would cost a fraction to solve half of the problems we have and stop them from happening. I'm just saying, what kind of fucking world we living in? So many billions we've given them. When's Europe chipping in? When we gonna start?
Yep. So many billions we've given them. When is Europe chipping in? I know the other countries are paying tiny amounts, but the huge percentage is coming from the U.S. taxpayers. And that's just the truth. Like to hear it or not, that's what it is.
Solve half of the problems we have and stop them from happening. I'm just saying, what kind of fucking world we living in? So many billions we've given them. When's Europe chipping in? When we gonna start splitting and stirring up the dividends and begin telling other nations it's your turn to lend a hand? Yeah. Listen, I don't think Ukraine deserves any of this, but I also don't think Zelensky is as great as they said he is.
Wow. He matches with my opinion on almost everything in this song. Yeah, I truly feel horrible for the Ukrainian people. breaks my heart that they're getting slaughtered over there by Putin and his army. And even most of the army, I don't think, wants to do it, but they have no choice when Putin says to do it. It's heartbreaking. It truly is. But Zelensky's not the savior. He's not the great thing they all say he is. Of course, he's going to sit back and take all the money we give him. Who wouldn't? If you tell a country to give you money and they give you money, then you're going to smile and say thank you and try it again. That's what he's doing. Ridiculous.
Up the dividends and begin telling other nations it's your turn to lend a hand. Listen, I don't think Ukraine deserves any of this, but I also don't think Zelensky is as great as they said he is. I don't believe the media when they blurt shit on their shows. You'd have to be naive to think this dude's as pure as driven snow. No one is, especially when you run a nation, dog. Your morals are compromised the minute that you take the job.
That's true. To make you start to run a country, staying morally perfect is almost impossible. And Ukraine was one of, if not the most corrupt country in the world before all this started. So how do you just throw billions of dollars at a country you know is corrupt? Makes no sense.
Especially when you run a nation, dog. Your morals are compromised the minute that you take the job. So I don't trust Zelensky, Putin, Biden, or anyone. I don't think any of them give a fuck about all us little ones. All the people of Russia, all the people of Ukraine, most of the people of the USA probably feel the same. We don't want this shit, it's only the elites that do. They line their pockets, they profit from this, but not from me and you. Quite the contrary, in fact, we pay for it with our lives and money. They take chunks of everything we make, and soldiers die for nothing.
Wow. Yep. Soldiers die for nothing over there. That's why I pray we don't send any foot soldiers over there. We don't need our sons and daughters over there dying in this nonsensical war that we should have never been involved in. It scares me every day that we start sending more and more stuff over there. We're going to send planes and tanks and all that stuff over there. And Putin says every one of those is an extra amount of aggression that the U.S. is doing. And one of these times, he could snap and fight with us. And that's when we'll be in real trouble.
We pay for it with our lives and money. They take chunks of everything we make, and soldiers die for nothing, so they can gain some more power and keep their banks fat. And all we get is table scraps. Fuck yeah, it makes me mad. Fuck yeah, I get upset. We're constantly ignored. Why the fuck I gotta pay for this?
I think Samson's upset. What do you think? He seems a little upset. He's always very aggressive and very emotional. You can tell this truly pains him, the way he's delivering these bars. That's always the way he seems to be. And usually there's some humor in it, but this doesn't have much humor yet. This is just straight on facts. In your face, like it or not, these are the facts.
Makes me mad. Fuck yeah, I get upset. We're constantly ignored. Why the fuck I gotta pay for this? I don't want this war. How the Pentagon have $6 billion unaccounted for, but when I do my taxes, I'm afraid to be $1 short.
Yep. The Pentagon's losing money. Don't know where it went. Billions of dollars. Like you said, if you're $1 off in your taxes, you're afraid they're gonna come after you.
I'm afraid I'll go to jail. I'm afraid I'll do some time if I don't pay you back the money that you wasted. That was mine. Yeah. I can't keep quiet anymore. It's impossible to shut up. I'm sick and tired of being responsible for all your fuck-ups. But
his voice is starting to crack now. He's getting so emotionally mad and tired of all this crap. It's starting to get to him. You can see. Wow.
It's impossible to shut up. I'm sick and tired of being responsible for all your fuck-ups. But the question is, what are we gonna do about it? There's never a plan of action. All we seem to do is shout it, and I'm guilty of it too. Always bitching and complaining, never walking, always talking, always lipping off and saying I'ma do shit, but I don't. And to be honest with you, that's the reason I don't make a lot of songs, and that's the truth. I'm sick of bumping my gums. I'm tired of flapping my
Huh. Interesting. So that's why he didn't make many songs, because he's tired of just being mad and having no way to fix it. I can feel that pain. I understand that. It hurts, and I don't know what to do either. I just hope that we get different leadership in there that can turn things around. That's all I can think of. But aside from that, I don't know.
Reason I don't make a lot of songs, and that's the truth. I'm sick of bumping my gums. I'm tired of flapping my jibs. Something needs to be done, and I don't know if rapping is it. We need a real solution, but we need to get together first, because unless we're all in this as a whole, it'll never work.
Yeah.
However, what do I know? I'm just a moron with a pen, but there's power in numbers, and there's more of us than them.
There's power in numbers and there's more of us than them. That's the truth. If everyone would stand up and say, no more, I've had it, there's nothing they could do. But there's not a big enough number of people doing that. And if only a few do it, they'll get squashed. That's what the sad part is.
I know, I'm just a moron with a pen, but there's power in numbers, and there's more of us than them.
The table is tilted, folks. The game is rigged, and nobody seems to notice. Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar.
Oh, that's George Carlin talking. I recognize that voice. Interesting. I know they said he was ahead of his time when he was calling this stuff out 20 years ago.
Nobody seems to care. Good, honest, hard-working people, white collar, blue collar, doesn't matter what color shirt you have on, continue to elect these rich cocksuckers who don't give a fuck about them. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you at all, at all, at all.
Wow. Interesting ending like that. That was very different for Samson. I mean, he's usually aggressive, like I said, like that. But usually he's outside, in the sun, in the grass. This time just in his garage, telling you how it is. Didn't have all the dripping with sarcasm, funny parts like there usually are. Just in your face. This is what the problem is. Now what do we do about it? I like that. I think we need more of that. Hopefully somebody will stand up and get us all together so we can put an end to this craziness that has become our nation. Wow. Like I said, go support Samson. Like and subscribe over his page. He really needs the support. And maybe if he gets more support, he'll come out with more music more often. Even though it sounds like that's what his issue is, that his music is fun, but it's not solving anything. Anyway, I love that. Samson, sincerely a taxpayer. Fantastic, Samson. As always, great job. Hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Until next time, this is River City Reactor. Goodbye.